Right, here we go. Oh, that is a bowl I've just
Oh,
knocked over
yeah,
already.
love it.
Might check one too. Gonna mute Discord real quick so I don't get told off for the guys in the background at all. Alright. Stream is up and running and Gucci. Hello, boys. It has been a while. Been a hot minute since I've hopped on a stream, hasn't it? Right. So today we are going to be trying to qualify. Have I missed a race again? I have missed a race again. I'm going to be trying to qualify for the MX Bikes of Nations. So I'll give it a minute or so, let some more people filter in before I tell you how today's going to go. I'm sure I have to probably say it a few times as more and more people hop in the stream. I may as well show off the bike that BP has made for us Great Britain riders at the moment. So we have this lovely stallion right here. No name and number on it. It's all I say public isn't the right word, but you know, it's just for anyone on the AJP team to be using to try and qualify. So how this is working today is there's going to be two 30-minute plus 2 lap motos, and it's going to be on any of these 2024 GP tracks except for the sand ones. So it can be, should I go to the top? So it can be Glen Helen, it can be Necken, it cannot be Flanders, it can be France, can be Indonesia, cannot be Netherlands, can be Portugal, cannot be Sardinia, can be Sweden, can be Trentino. I don't think they're doing Hawkson. So there's 7 tracks here that we have a potential of it being on. And I have basically done the opposite of what I should have been doing, which is actually practicing. If we come over to Steam, in the last 2 weeks, I have got 18 hours now, which is not ideal. And on FIFA, I have 73 hours. Thank you very much, Alex. I have 73 hours in the last 2 weeks. So you can see where my priorities have been recently. So hopefully this goes okay today. I don't think I can even fake beef cam, I'll be honest. I'm just here to see how it goes today. And whilst it will be disappointing to not make it, if I don't and you do, I think we still have a really, really good team anyway. And I'm hoping that I can hop in the booth with old Narvo if I don't qualify. So I'm hoping that I'll get to like witness the event in some capacity anyway. So we'll see how it goes. It should be good fun. Yeah, I'm going to be trying to make it into the MX1 class for the UK.
Cam is feeling
Thank you very much, Chase. Yeah, I'm going to try and do MX1, so it'll be between myself, Cam, and Jake. Those are the 3 that we're going to be trying to beat each other. MX2, let me go and have a look, because I keep forgetting who the 3rd MX2 rider is. Announcements. MX2 is Neon, TB, and Sam. I think TB is Aqua. I think that was a name change. And then open is between Aiden, Tyler, and Dan. So, yeah, I mean, not much else to say other than that. I'm hoping it goes well. It's going to be interesting because we've not done this format before of trying to qualify. We've not had, I don't think we've had 2 30-minute plus 2 races. We had 1 year, we've had years where it was just qualifying laps. We've had years where it was just a race. We've had a year where it was qualifying laps and then a race, and it was like combined between those 2. And I'm intrigued to see how this goes. I imagine that for the first half of Moto 1, I'll probably be crashing left, right, and centre. But then after that, I should get a little bit of a flow going back. It's how most of the races go for me in general, to be fair. I'll be honest. Does anyone ever have it where it's like you don't realise how certain bikes are until you go and do something else and then come back? Because I was riding Preview 3 bikes a hell of a lot whilst testing the Moto 101 track that I'm building. Then played Preview 4s recently, which I really dislike. I've not hopped on them since the video I've done on them. But then hopping back on these OEM bikes, I really, really am struggling to get like around a rut in a corner. It feels like, because there is so much grip, the bike doesn't want to turn enough. Like, it just goes over the rut rather than getting cranked in it. Thank you very much, Chase. I appreciate it. And when I do get the bike in the rut, the front end just knifes on me because it's got so much grip that it yeets it over to the side. So yeah, I'm hoping I'll get a little bit of muscle memory back and a little bit of flow because I'm feeling hella washed at the moment. I'll show a little 3rd-person view so you see what we're rocking with. Oh, I didn't even notice before, but I don't know how well you'll be able to see that on YouTube. You might not even be able to, but it's got like the body armor shown through the, I guess, the vented holes on the back of the jersey where it's like an airflow jersey. That's quite cool. Good stuff indeed. Thank you very much, Brock. I'll be honest, I don't know who made the gear. I know that BP done the bike. Who actually made like the base gear, I'm not too sure. It might have been baited. I have a feeling it could be. Charlie was meant to be trying to do this as well for Team Zimbabwe. However, he is currently on holiday and he gets home tomorrow, so he wasn't able to qualify for it. The track for the qualifying is going to be put on a spin wheel. So in exactly 40 minutes time, that's 40 minutes, there's going to be a spin wheel, which will tell us what track it is. Then the server goes up 5 minutes after that, so you literally get like 5 minutes of practice, if that. And then 10 minutes after that is meant to be gate drop, and we'll have two 30-minute plus 2 lap motos. Did BP make the kit as well? Okay. My bad, BP. My bad. Yeah, the bike is a KTM. See them big old KTM logos on the front. But yeah, trying to do 450 today. Just made sense. No dropping down for me this year. No doing 250s or anything like that. Although I did have a bit of fun with it. And I know Cam absolutely hated it, and I think Tyler wasn't a big fan as well. Is I was trying to be very ominous in the chat, being like, oh, maybe I'll just do open then, and I never once actually changed class, so I was just saying it to try and be funny.
Let's go USA.
Who's popping off here? Mr. McStovepipe, thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. So yeah, again, today, boys, this isn't like actual nations results at all. So this is just qualifying to see who the teams are going to be for nations. So let's say, for example, in my race, I go 20th in Moto 1 and 30th in Moto 2. Let's say that happens. It's not like Great Britain have then come 25th overall, you know? And it's just for the actual position in the first place. So let's say we're in some sort of alternate universe and I get 20th, Cam gets 21st, Jake gets 22nd. I'll still get to represent Great Britain because I was the top of the Great Britain riders. No, the track's not decided yet, Valentin. I'm just practicing at the moment, just riding around. It's a very rare occasion where I actually hop on for like a good hour or so before any sort of races and get good practice in while streaming. So I thought I'll give it a go today since it's more of an important race. Yeah, I've been seeing people saying on the Vital Cristas that it's probably going to be at Ironman. I mean, I doubt I'll actually end up being able to go anyway, but I don't know how I feel about Ironman being a race for nations. You touch grass, eh? I've heard, Cam, that you may or may not have a lady friend in your life now. Which you might also explain why your hours are getting a bit low. Great Britain, more like okay-ish Britain. Average Britain. There you go. Hope it's Lommel. No, it's not going to be any of the sand tracks, unfortunately. Sand tracks are off the list. I don't know why they did... Well, two things I don't know why they did. Yeah, I don't know why they removed sand tracks, to be fair. Probably helps me rather than hinders me because I'm absolutely dog shit on the 2024 Sardinia. I know my luck, it probably would have been that track. But then I also don't know why they released the track list so early. Let me have a quick look. What day did they announce what tracks it was going to be? They announced it on the 23rd. So we've literally, everyone's had like 5 days to grind the tracks, and I don't know. There's something, I don't like grinding tracks that have been out already. Am I going to MX Nation this year? Tickets are insane. Do you mean like ticket prices? If so, I am going to Nation. Well, yeah, next week, yeah, I'm going to Nations. But me and Charlie bought tickets like very, very early on before prices went up. I've not checked ticket prices recently. But one thing, actually, I need to check the dates and stuff because my tickets say that, because I'm camping as well. My tickets say it's like 2 days worth of camping when I swear it's meant to be free, but there was no option to have more. You know, one thing that I've found, which I guess it just goes to show how tracks differ depending on who makes it and how they ride overall, is the suspension that I was using from the entire back half of the outdoors season, which I really, really enjoyed. I am running now, to be fair, but it does not feel good around these tracks. I'm guessing the braking bumps are just sharper on the GP tracks than the AMA tracks. I think the AMA ones might be slightly more rounded off. And yeah, the bike does get a little bit skittish underneath me. 120 pounds. Is that for a day, or is that across the whole thing? 'Cause across the whole thing, that doesn't seem bad at all. I need to buy, I keep putting it off, but I actually really, really need to buy it because I only have, I guess, like 5 days or so before I have to start travelling for it. I was going to get like a fishing bed, and Charlie suggested we just get fishing beds and put them in the back of the van. Just easier, isn't it, than taking like inflatable stuff? Preview bikes available in racing? No, it's only current OEMs, no preview bikes in the races today. I don't know which I'd prefer, actually. Oh, I have no idea. I do not speak the Francais. Hello, Frizzy. I'm glad you're enjoying the real-life videos. As I said, I don't know what video I said it in, to be fair, but weather-wise, we're at the point now in the UK where it's just going to get worse and worse and worse, so I wouldn't expect... I don't want to say many, maybe even any, riding videos until maybe like start of March or so. It do be getting rather cold here. Thank you very much, Rizzy. And I'll be honest, boys, I am a fair weather rider. I have no desire to spend my weekend just sitting out at a motocross track now, getting like really, really cold or getting wet. No idea. If the only reason your game would be crashing with any sort of OEM bikes or any sort of bikes you install is if you installed the tyres incorrectly. I'm guessing it crashes the second you press 2-track. That'll just be the tyres. Yeah, I've just been slacking, Alex. I do apologise. Just things didn't line up time-wise. Although I do need to do something for tomorrow, to be fair. I do not have a video explaining suspension. I don't even know what suspension myself. I just run whatever people send to me. Can't wait to hot lap for 30 minutes plus 2. You wouldn't have to hot lap for 30 plus 2, to be fair, if people weren't grinding. That is another issue, Steiner, is why I don't like racing on tracks that have already been out, because a lot of time it's just whoever put the most time in and who's learned the muscle memory enough, rather than who can learn a track and adapt to it and ride it the best in a certain amount of time. Yeah, not ideal. What I was going to do? I was going to ride my Moto 101 again real quick. So you'll probably... I can't remember what state the track was in last time I played it on a video or on a stream. But I'm at the point now where... Oh, the texture's going to look... I think the texture's going to look really bad. Basically, I was working on textures the other night. Spent a couple of hours on it, and then got to the point where I thought, you know what, I just need to start from scratch and do it again. So I think what you might see on the screen right now is where it's like half been deleted, so it might look absolute cheeks. So don't pay attention to textures, just pay attention to like the ruts and the bumps and stuff. It's been a while actually since I've ridden the preview bike, or the non-preview bike around the track as well. Is this old? Can't remember. I know that I haven't actually done anything on the Arena Cross track yet. It's been a while since I rode the OEM, so the jumps will probably feel tiny on these bikes. I imagine I have to scrub quite a lot. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, I forgot that. I added, like, little rough bits on the landing of the jump there. I was just behind my face, never mind, ignore me. Hello, Sober. No, last year the US won. I think we came second. The year before that, I think, was the last year we won. We've had lots of seconds, and I think Yeah, it might just be the one first. When I think it was me, Cam, and Hurls. I see some of these jumps are a bit on the smaller side now. I'm on the OEM bike. It's a bit of a tough job actually being like a track builder at the moment, because you don't know what to build the tracks for. You don't know like what sort of speed bikes you're looking with or anything like that. So I don't know. I don't know whether just to hold fire on it and wait a bit longer or just release it as it is, because I mean it works fine on all bikes at the moment. You just have to, if you're on an OEM 450 like this, you just have to scrub a bit harder. I'm good, thank you, Ginger. Hope you are good too, sir. This is probably a good trip down memory lane as well, isn't it? Remember having to try and beat you in qualifying for this a year or two ago. I can't remember which one it was. This line should be easier to hit on the OEM bike. Yeah, yeet. Which it is. Oh, did not line that up. Yeah, yeet. Oh. Team Belgium. There's so I want to. I don't know a way of saying this without people getting annoyed with me. I don't really like the whole riding for a team that you're not actually a part of thing. So, nah, it's fine. I won't go any further than that. I'm not a big fan of people riding for teams that they're not really a part of. Stuff like the US or UKB team, absolutely fine, because you know they're such stacked countries, it gives other people a chance. And then also, to be fair, the Americans, not the Americans, the admins of Aerial do deserve a chance to do something, so no, it should be okay. But yeah, like, for example, obviously like you got Jams riding for Belgium, I think, but Jams is an Aerial admin, so it gives him a chance to get something out of him putting in work during the year. I don't know what Alpha's doing, I don't know if Alpha's riding for a certain team or anything. But yeah, there's a lot of weird ones. Has Troy been put on a team this year? I know that Doc usually gets to go on Guam, but he actually does have some, I think, some sort of Guamish credentials. I do think they chose the best one, because the UK have so many different like territories that they could have been, and the fact that they done British Virgin Islands is very, very funny. Hello, Matty. Shredded Matty. Oh, you've been going to the gym, Matty. You're a bit of a gym lad now. What's going on? No, I think USA might even have 3 teams. I think they've got USA 1, USA 2, and then I think Guam is another one on top of that. No, I haven't used any LiDAR data for this, Itchy. Luckily, it is a very, very flat track in real life, so I didn't have to get any sort of elevation at all. The jumps and the ruts and the very tiny bit of like raised ground that you see there, for example, I just built myself. So it wouldn't be like exact one-to-one perfection, but I've tried to make it as close to real life as possible while also being fun in game. So I had to, like, if you watch the GoPro that I had done around this track, you will see that it was nowhere near as rough or anywhere near as rutty as what I'm riding right now. But to slow the bikes down in game a little bit to make it a bit more enjoyable, I've had to make it rougher and ruttier. Now this isn't my first one. This is like my 5th or 6th one at this point. So I'm happy with how the actual on-track is and how it rides and everything. It's just I struggle with texturing so much. It's all just Photoshop trickery, and there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of moving parts. I'll be excited when it's done, but it's not something that I'm rushing. I shall take my time on it. I'll be doing MX1 today. I'm MX1. Myself, Cam, Jake, MX1. Neon, Aqua, Sam are MX2. And then open is Tyler, Dan, and Aiden. There is also a UKB team, but I can't remember all of the 9 people that are trying to compete for that. if the question of if it's going on the shop really does depend on the final product, because whilst I would like to get a little bit back for the time and effort that I've spent on it, obviously it wouldn't be a lot, it'd be like $1 maximum. None of these, like, I'll be honest, I love Kevin, I love Reaper, I love the compound they made, but $4 is a lot of money for I say a track, it's 3 tracks really, isn't it? Yeah, it wouldn't be anything like that, it'd be $1 maximum. And that is just if the texturing goes how I want it to go, and it looks polished enough, because that is the hardest bit. You can have the best height map in the world, but if it looks like Play-Doh, then I don't think it's track worthy at that point if that happens. Tips for getting better at bikes. I say it to a lot of people that ask, and it probably does suck. A lot of time it is purely just time spent. Like, most of the top boys in this game have a couple of 1,000 hours each, and yeah, I feel like a lot of people, when they first start out, is they'll just try and go as fast as possible and just care about lap times only, rather than actually like getting better, being consistent, going into replay, watching themselves, seeing what they're doing wrong if they crash. So don't worry about going too fast too quickly, just take your time with it. So the qualifying races are in 40 minutes. The track that it's going to be on gets announced in 25 minutes. I thought I'd just go live a little bit earlier today, just so I can get some practice in, get the muscle memory back on these bikes, and see how it goes, really. Thank you again, mate.
101.
This is indeed Moto 101. Ah, went too far. I wanted to make the inside that time. Lovely. I don't know why. That rut leads to the outside there. Probably the favourite rut that I've ever made, ever. Fast line through this is scrub, double, triple your way into the corner. Oh, didn't slow down enough. Did not slow down enough. Looking to make money, you should sell ad spots on the track. See, that's just, I haven't even like considered that sort of thing. I'm so unbusiness minded. It's actually crazy. The other weird thing about this game as well is, so this single here that I've just hit, in real life, if you send that and you do land to flat, bear in mind it's a hard jump to send anyway because it's right out of the corner.
Height map's looking good.
Bear in mind.
Rock on gesture. Got my next release soon, hopefully. Learned some stuff
Mouse
from
Mouse will be a very good teacher, so yeah, that's a good person to learn from. Sorry to stop halfway through there, but yeah, like this single here, if you just like try and send this in real life, the impact that you're going to have on your arms landing flat is insane. Obviously, you don't care about that in game. You can just send it as much as you want, and you haven't got to worry about getting tired or your suspension really giving way at all. So it is very, very difficult to take, like, especially UK tracks. So a lot of UK tracks are very simple, just so people don't end up wadding themselves and trying to claim on the insurance. Yeah, it's very hard trying to take those simple UK tracks and making it fun in game as well. I'll send it to a couple of people. They seem to enjoy it. I'm happy that we've got an arena cross track over here as well. But yeah, I'm probably not going to change anything height map wise anymore. It will purely just be texturing and then objects. I've got some objects I need to make, and then obviously place in a whole bunch of them. I can show you all the objects I've got so far as well. I'm hoping that loading all these things up on my PC isn't going to cause too many issues. Linda, that's what I want. Let all this load in, probably take a minute. There we go, not too bad. So yeah, these are all custom objects that I've either made myself from scratch, the more simple ones, like these sorts of shapes, or I've taken like low poly models online, or I've taken models that aren't low poly and tried to make them as low poly as I can do, so then they look good in game, essentially. It's just like stuff like this little meshy kind of fence here took so long just trying to find the right thing that I like the look of. It's just having things dotted around everywhere. So if you want to compare it, so this here is like a calf at the actual track, and in-game, let me go in free roam. In-game it is located basically here, and it faces this way. So if you're watching, you can just go like up the path, go that way, go to the calf, or this is all like fenced off, and you can walk around here and like look over the track and things like that. So it's more so bringing the track to life, and we've got bits here where there's water and bushes and stuff. So whilst it looks quite empty at the moment, it hopefully shouldn't be by the time all is said and done. Yeah, I tried making everything as much as I can. So yeah, even stuff like that entrance booth and like all the little signs going up the road. It's like as you pull into the track as well, you've got like all these little signs here. So you've got like stop, park this way, keep to the right. This was a funny one. It's probably never going to see this, so it doesn't matter. But they've got this sign. Let me see if I can actually find, what would it be? Would it be Motor 101? References, here we go. Let me see if I can find an example. So it's like one example, like parking freeways. I'm just trying to recreate all these signs. But there was one in particular, and I think the track owner might need to hire a new sign guy. So I've gone in and I've corrected everything that you see here, like spelling mistakes wise and all that. But we have got, please be aware and pay attention, rather than attention, to light system signal ahead. That's fine. I think there's 2 spaces here. Caution ahead, do not jump and be prepared to stop. I would have liked the to stop to be here, but I think I've copied that. Yeah, like to like. We've also got all riders stop safely, turn off engines, do not move past the rest flag unless advised by staff to do so. Anyone not abiding by these rules or jumping under these signal, should be signals with an S, will be sent home with no refund. Thank you. So yeah, I've been trying to copy things as well as I can do. Do you know how much of a pain in the bum it is? They've got so many different types of bins, or I should say trash cans, maybe, for the Americans. Yeah, bins, trash cans, whatever it is. They've got so many different types. We've got one there that I just showed. They've got one here as well. They've got another type here, another type there, although that might... no, that's different to the first one as well. Got so many different ones. Here's a view of the CAF, to be fair, from one angle. So you can kind of see it from the back. We've got to have the propane tanks out the back of it, which is what these are for here. And then I suppose you would have seen it from like that kind of angle in that picture just then. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I think it looks good. I have not done any poop smear textures just yet. It's my UV unwrapping skills are not very good, so actually trying to texture things ended up being quite difficult for me to do. That's the thing as well, like BP just said, being rather sarcastic, is those sorts of details, nobody cares how many types of bins there are. Like, nobody cares, but it's just one of the things where I want it to be as close to it as possible. Like, it wouldn't affect the track quality at all if I just used 1, maybe 2 types of bins around the whole track rather than the 4 that there is. But yes, texturing is my downfall. If I could somehow get the textures to look anywhere close to like this sort of stuff, I'd be a very, very happy man, because that would just tie everything together, but yeah, not an easy thing to do. I'm hoping... Sorry to not actually be doing much practice here. I'm hoping that JV won't mind me showing this, because bearing in mind, this is from the 2023 tracks, so a very, very long time ago. I just want to show you an example of like one of the moss that goes into these sort of things. Bearing in mind, there's like 3 or 4 different layers sometimes. I'll just show you one layer that he showed me an example of, and I think it was Sweden from 2022 or 2023. I'm not very good in Photoshop. So when I get shown, can I open this in a browser? No. When I get shown something like this, I think that is disgustingly impressive. Really, really impressive. So that is just one, I guess, layer of dirt. And I believe it's anything that's the most white shows up, and anything that's black shows up least. Anything grey is like a little bit in between. So that is just one dirt type and layer of dirt out of an entire track. And then this is, I'm guessing this is like grass dotted around the track as well. This is another different layer of dirt, so it will highlight some areas and not others. And it's just, it's disgusting. It really is disgusting. And not only do they do that, they then do that for a track week in and week out, which I don't understand. So it'll take someone like me like 1 or 2 months, and then these people can just whip it together in a week. Maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 if they start working on a track early. Do I want a porta potty model? Ooh. That could be handy, because then like, I suppose I can tweak it myself and texture it to match those as well as I can do, can't I? Yeah, as long as it's not like... I mean, to be fair, Richie, you know what you're doing when it comes to like track optimization and stuff like that, so I imagine it wouldn't be super high poly. Yeah, by all means, I'm happy to do so. Happy to receive that help. Thank you. All like my braking time and all sorts is in the bin now, after riding previews as well, and just how like the back end slides or now doesn't slide. But Shrek in the porta potties. Maybe I should put like a little Easter egg somewhere, shouldn't I? I'll think about it. I'll see what I want to do. I feel like a lot of track builders put Easter eggs in their tracks these days. I mean, it doesn't hurt for me to have a look at it anyway, if it's something that I don't like 100% want to use. I was just going to try and make my own anyway. Since I feel like porta potty is a pretty basic shape, all things considered. I'm actually going to be able to go over this quad now, since I've been, there we go, boofing it every other lap. Oh, God, that middle right is so hard. It's disgustingly hard. How can you improve on taking corners, staying in ruts better, trying to get better corner entrance? A lot of that does generally just come down to muscle memory and knowing what your setup does. I mean, for most of the top boys, we run quite loose/sensitive settings, so we can turn quite late into a corner and get the bike cranked over really, really far. But a lot of it does depend on your settings, personally. I would always say, I think one of the most important things I say in my one-on-one lessons I do with people is try and turn as little as possible while still getting around the corner. And that'll just give you so much more momentum, and you'll carry your speed around everywhere. It'll make you smoother as well, to be fair. Just try and take every corner as one corner. Don't be like constantly tapping your stick as you're turning. So I want the inside at the top of this hill, so I start off left, open it up, cut across, drift out wide. So it's almost like you're treating it like an F1 car would, just apex in all the corners. Just trying to carry as much momentum as possible. Especially for, it's more important for 250 riders than 450 riders, because 250 riders need all that momentum for the next straight as well. 450, you can get away with it a bit, you can be a bit lazy because you've got the power to help you out. Just try and be as smooth as possible. Slow in, fast out is always good as well. Don't try going 100 miles an hour into the corner and then slamming on the brakes last second. It is good to get the bike nice and settled early on, and then if you need to start accelerating sooner in the rut, then you can do, because your bike's already settled and locked in. I've noticed I've stopped standing up as much recently. I'm not sure what happened, or why, but I was a big standing up advocate halfway through the outdoor season, and as the rounds have gone on, I've started sitting down more and more again. It definitely doesn't help. I definitely find myself being more sketchy or like dragging handlebars more often, but there's a certain like muscle memory or comfortability that I have with sitting down. Oh, look at that. Top left. 2 minutes 00.00. I wonder if it's 0.000 though, because it is to 3,000 in the actual in-game. I'll have a look in a second. Next time I crash, I'll have a look. Oh, there it is. Is it? No, 002. Very, very close. Let's do a different track. Let's do... I think France is probably the hardest track out of the tracks that it could be, so I should probably spend a bit of time on that. Or France, not France. Voulez-vous le français? I think sitting down will be more viable with the new AOMs. Yes, quite potentially. Just with the slippery back ends, I imagine sitting down will give you more traction. What track am I hoping to get? Ooh. Oh, I don't know. Maybe like Sweden. I always do really well in Sweden for some reason. A lot of the tracks, I'll be honest, they do suit like Cam better than I. A lot of them are quite fast-paced rather than slower and technical. So Portugal's basically wide open everywhere. Argentina's basically wide open everywhere. Sweden is pretty quick, but has some slowish sections or ruts that can mess you up. Obviously, the France track that I'm on right now is probably the most technical, but I didn't have a great GP race here at the start of the season this year. So I don't know. I really don't know. It's just one of the things. I'll just go into it, try and do my best. If I end up getting beaten, then not the end of the world. I can just commentate rather than actually race. It ends up being a good way, actually, because it is a little bit of a cop-out. If I don't qualify, I haven't got the pressure in 2 weeks' time. I haven't got to like have to do well, you know? Because I'll be honest, we choked last year. We did choke. It didn't help that I decided to get myself stuck in an invisible wall during the race. But we didn't do great. We end up second. So I wouldn't even have that added pressure this year. So you got to look at the pros and cons. I trust that Cam or Jake would do just as good a job, if not a better job, than I would anyway, in that situation. So, today is qualifying day. The track gets announced in 9 minutes, so I'm just waiting for that. And then 15 minutes, no, 10 minutes, no, 15 minutes after that is when the qualifying races are. The actual race day, so the actual Nations event, is not for another 2 weeks' time, because they want everybody to be able to enjoy the real-life Nations event without MX Bikes getting in the way. Makes sense if they've done a version of Matterley so fastest around the actual track will qualify and make the racing better. Can see where you're coming from. I just wouldn't like to have a version of Matterley out there with 2 weeks until the actual race day, because people will just be grinding it so much. And that takes away from the fun of the actual event as well. Yeah, I'm hoping we don't get the actual track until, basically like how Aerial works, like an hour until the actual thing starts. That would be quite good. Australia winning this year. In real life, I am supporting the Aussies at Nations this year, because Great Britain is a lost cause at the moment. We are down horrendous with our riders and choices available to us. So, yeah, I'm going to be hoping that the Aussies win. I mean, I feel like Australia and the UK are so similar in terms of just how we are as people, like sort of humour and attitudes and things like that. Told me Hunter was going to get a win this year. Yeah, no, that is true. That is true. Fair play. It did take until the end of the year, but he did get one this year. I have to simp for a second though, boys. That pass that Jet made on Tomac in the first race, at the last round. Oh, I almost had to change my underwear. Very sexy. Oh, rest in peace. It's silly little mistakes like that which I need to try and not make today. Because in that instance, I didn't feel like I was going too fast for the track, but obviously I was. Just need to slow down a bit more. Thoughts on Tomac going to Nations? I bet Deegan's upset for not going. I'm very excited to watch Tomac ride in real life. That'll be fun. I think it just kind of backs up the questions that people had as to why Deegan wasn't going anyway, because it was like, your hand clearly isn't affecting you enough because you're doing like so amazing in SMX and riding really well. I'm sure having one extra or one less week for it to heal after you've had your operation and pushing it back slightly isn't the end of the world for you. And there is a star bike going because Tomac's going, and it's just like, well, what is the excuse at the end of the day? So, I don't know. And to be fair, I would have liked to watch Hayden ride in person anyway, because I think he's got a really good style. I'm not changing any suspension today. It's just I'm running what I've got, and we'll see how it goes. Even if the bike is hindering me, to be fair, I'd rather kind of know what it's going to do than make any changes and then be at the mercy. Yes, sorry, I forgot, and old Koopy Webb is going. So yeah, I know, they kind of seem like weak excuses now at this point. I'm sure there are some sort of weird politics behind the scenes, but I don't think you can have like the ego or make the comments about European riders and then not back it up at the same time. But maybe he'll go next year. Maybe, well, I say maybe he'll go next year. Of course, the Americans only ever want to go when it's on US soil. They can't be bothered the rest of the time. So yeah, he'll definitely be there next year. And to be fair, they'll probably win next year because it is on an American track. And I don't think there's any European tracks that ride like American tracks do. Who have I got for the GPs? I'll be honest, boys. I think I've watched like 1.5 rounds all year. I've really not been paying attention. I do like Kai de Wolf, so hoping Kai gets 250s. 450s, no, I've got no idea. This is the thing as well, is it's always going to be a lose-lose situation. So I think if you... Obviously, you could be very, very biased both ways. You could be, oh, if you go and put Deegan on a sand track, then Kai de Wolf would whoop his ass easy. In the same way, if you then went and shipped de Wolf over to one of just the regular American outdoors rounds with how fast-paced those tracks are, I think Deegan would win easy. And it's very hard to say who a better rider is. I think a lot of it just comes down to what you have practiced on. We don't have much crossover at the moment, do we, is the issue. You don't... Obviously, you get 1 or 2 European riders come over and ride in the US from time to time. A lot of time, it's like they get 1, maybe 2 years, and then they go back again. It's like we haven't really had time to get up to those sorts of track speeds. You're not used to that sort of riding, which sucks. And then there's not been many Americans at all that have gone over and done it the other way around. Yes, Prado is going Cowie, to be fair, so Prado's going to be in the US again, isn't he? But this is the thing as well, is people could go, oh, Prado's like a champion, you know, Prado gets really, really good starts all the time, he should be able to win some 450 races, but it's like, he hasn't won on those sorts of tracks before. So again, I think it would take a couple of years for him to start doing well. So the only thing that's weird about MXGP at the moment, more so 250 class, like the 1.5 races that I did watch, I have never ever seen people crash so much in a class. It's like everyone in the 250 class just had a crash per moto. And it's like, bruh, I'm going to leave Discord. That was that noise. That was mine, not yours. How do we do this? I guess they're going to spin a wheel, which I think is in 2 minutes, but I don't know if they're going to like hop into the general VC and do it live, or what's going to happen. I am waiting for it to be Indonesia, by the way, because if anyone remembers, I rage quit Indonesia. I absolutely detested that track, so it would be just my luck. Just trying to keep an eye on Discord, see if I see any of the admins hopping into the voice channel to spin a wheel, or if they're just going to do a random announcement. I do really need a Wii as well, so it's terrible timing. What I'll do is I'll wait for the track to be announced, go to load it in test. Actually, do I even have time to load it in testing? Let's have a look. At 4, oh, it says at 4:50 the wheel will be spun, so it's in 6 minutes time. No, that's not what we said. Ignore me. At 4:45 EST, which is in 1 singular minute, I'll be connecting to general voice channel and live streaming track selection. Oh, so he's going to hop in there for 5 minutes and then spin a wheel. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to have a wee first, and then I'll come back and have a look to see what track it was after. Nice. Will I be using leg swag? What do you mean by leg swag? I haven't got any of the weird new animations downloaded, if that is what we're talking about. It would be funny if Chicken was asleep right now. Can't remember what year it was, but yeah, he was asleep and forgot to wake up. Someone is... whoever Moritz is in the Discord, he is currently live streaming some random women in bikinis. So yeah, that's something. Okay, fair enough. Someone's streaming a GP race. Someone is just streaming their screen. Oh, he has stopped streaming women in bikinis now. I wonder if it is he is he in this stream at all. When am I going bald again? Oh, it'd be a very long time. You've seen how long it's taken it to grow back this time. Not blessed with very good genes, unfortunately. Chicken is asleep, so yeah, we're not getting a wheel spin. Don't blame him. What's the time in Australia right now? Let's Google it. Time in Australia now. It is 6:48 AM. So yes, I would also be asleep on a weekend. It's going to be interesting. Oh. We'll sit and we'll chill a bit more for you. Yeah, it's almost 10 PM for me. I don't know if I should be concerned, boys. So the house that we're in now, bear in mind, I live in the UK. It's very damp quite often. We've been getting some absolutely huge spiders, at least for my UK standards. So we've been leaving the windows closed at the moment. And we started getting like a decent amount of mold on one of the walls in the bedroom. So today, got some bleach, started cleaning it all off, and I think I may have inhaled a little bit too much of the fumes because my lungs all evening have not been great. They've been a bit fuggy, I'll be honest. So maybe not the most ideal situation. Someone streaming watching the boys. Wes is about by looks of it, so worst case scenario, Wes will hop in there and just spin a wheel. Wes isn't at his PC, but he'll do it on his phone real quick. Not ideal. How many people? Does it tell you how many people? There is... No, it doesn't tell... Oh, this... Great number. There is 69 people in the voice channel at the moment. There's no chance of me ever undeaf. Actually, I'll join it and I'll undeafen for like 2 seconds, see how many people say the N-word. Ready?
Come on.
No, that's enough for me. Not doing that. Oh, has Mr. Punker Jeffy released another track? Oh, let's have a look. MXB mods, what we're rocking with, or is it a track that he's done already? Red Rum Track Crew. Already done that one. That's just updated. Oh, Outpost. I saw that. I saw that at the bottom of the screen. The Factory Bike's getting a lot of love in the last 24 hours. Outpost. That looks like a Punker Jeffy track if ever I've seen one. He loves those sand textures. Outpost. Oh. He makes very, very good thumbnails. He makes pictures that make you want to download the track. Looks like a very, very, very similar sort of vibe as the last track he released. It's just not on an island, but it's the same, sort of objects and textures. I like the look of that. That is actual like ruts on the face of that. That's not just a texture that he's done there. Very lovely. Well, I know what tomorrow's video is going to be. It almost looks a bit Supercrossy in places. It looks very Supercrossy in places, actually. How many pictures has this man taken? Jesus Christ. How many links have we got? Oh my goodness. I've got prepped and non-prepped versions, I'm guessing. I will be going for non-prepped. No, none of the qualifying has started yet. We're just waiting for him to spin a wheel to decide what track the qualifying will be on. Brock is in here. Jams, Caden, whoever that is. Tom. Where's in there? Alpha's in there. Doc is typing. He has DM'd Wes a wheel with tracks on it. We're 2 minutes late, boys. Why? Discord gifts. Discord gifts are an interesting place. I've just looked over to my second monitor and I see a very, very skinny, twinky, naked man thrusting his junk with like a cowboy hat covering his penis. There is another guy here who is looking very, very caked up, jiggling his cheeks. I've not seen any women. Oh, Doc is streaming. Is he going to be streaming the wheel spin? Let's have a look. He is indeed. Right, boys, here we go. Wheel spin time. Muting that. What tracks are going to be? Argentina, Indonesia, France, Portugal, Trentino. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7. So he's got all the tracks on there. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a hobo. By his toe. Hello, Godis. Thank you very, very much. Glad you're here, sir. I'm sorry that I haven't streamed very often.
Smiley face. I'm glad you're streaming tonight. Smiley face.
That's not a good one. I don't want that. Argentina. Argentina's a bit of a shit track for racing, boys. I can't lie. It's just wide open everywhere. Fair enough. The wheel is the wheel. Well, the track has just been chosen. There's going to be, in about 5 minutes, there's going to be 2 30-minute plus 2 lap races. And it's just whoever gets the best overall gets to get on the team. I'm doing 450s. Can you remember, was it 7.5 litres or 8.5 litres that I usually run for outdoor races? I generally can't remember. It's only been, what, like 2 weeks? 3 weeks maybe since outdoors? And I've already forgotten. There's definitely worse tracks that it could have been, but yeah, I don't know, not a massive Argentinian fan. It's just, there is no real skill separation, you know? It's just wide open everywhere. yeah, cool, we got a couple of braking bumps, but it's like if I want to pass someone, there's not really many different ruts I can get slide into, no? It's just who can flat track the best. Oh, am I still in that? Hang on. Am I still in that channel? I am. Let's leave that. Yeah, not the biggest Argentina enjoyer, but... Oh, everyone is racing on the same track. I suppose I should sit up now, shouldn't I? Thank you very much, Tom. Yeah, so servers will be going up now, I'm guessing, and qualifying is just 30-minute plus 2 laps. It doesn't matter where I place in these races, the only 2 people I need to care about is Cam and Jake. I just need to try and beat Cam and Jake overall. If I was a betting man, the way that I think it's going to go at the end of this evening, or the end of this night, is I think Cam will be the MX-1 rider, Aqua will be the MX-2 rider, and Tyler will be the Open rider. That is Linda's predictions. I really do need to message Narvo again and double check to see if that's okay, because he might have got another co-commentator since then. Or maybe we'll just do... I'll ask if we can do 2 separate ones, so even if he does have someone else in the booth already, he can do his on the Twitch side for people who prefer Twitch and prefer an American commentator, and then I can do it on YouTube for the UK guys, maybe. Yeah, motocross is very, very physically demanding sport. Even if you're actually like fit in general, you have what I call bike fitness. So you do need to put time on a bike as well. So if it's only your second time, I imagine it'll take a little bit of time. My bike paint was made by BP. Right, multiplayer. What's this going to be called? Or are they even up yet? No. Who's been picked for USA? There's a couple of USA teams. Cass, give me a second. Oh, what's the... I don't know what the... Okay, so on here, so for MX-1, it's got Chase, Skills, and Jackson. For MX-2, Caden. I've generally never heard of Caden, unless it's someone that's changed their name. Splash and Keegan. And then Open is Rax, Brax, and Washed. For Guam, this is where it gets a little bit iffy, is Cast, Trojan, and Doug. For MX2, it is Reaper Doc, Marco, and Beeston. And Open, it is Borealis, Merkt, and Submac. So I'll have to... I'm not sure about some Guamian heritage there, but we'll just treat it as... Oh, is there a Puerto Rico as well? Hang on. Is there 3 American teams? There is 3 American teams. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so for Puerto Rico, they're actually... It looks like it's just 1 team and that's it, because there's just 1 rider on each one. It's Neto, Pumba, and Kazi. So yeah, 3 American teams this year. Fair enough. BP made my bike paint. BP makes all of my bike paints for me. Very lovely man. Any idea what this server's going to be called? Probably shouldn't have backed out until I saw the server announcement. Screw it. I'm just going to go in single player again until I get told that the server's up. Do you reckon I'll be top 10? Hopefully, yeah, hopefully top 10 in the whole race. But that doesn't matter, to be fair. I could get 20th, and as long as I beat Cam and Jake, I'll still qualify. That's a big if, though. Let me have a quick look as well. Is this start sand, or is it normal traction? Normal traction. Yeah, I've not done a race start in, like, 3 weeks as well. There's a special Discord server for people that have been put into the actual event where it's got a list of everyone that's competing. I'm very curious to see what sort of a whitelist situation we've got going on, because I want to see if I'm getting like shafted with a bad gate pick or if I actually get an alright one. I'm on the KTM 450. That's what I remember that I disliked about Argentina, is there's random sand traction halfway around some of the corners, but the decal is exactly the same as the non-sand bits. So you don't know where the sand is until you hit it, and then your bike's already cranked over so far that it's too slippery for the sand, and you crash. So I need to very, very quickly memorise where the sandy bits are, so I don't just slide out halfway around the corner. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this track being the one that we're meant to be competing / race on, because it is a pain in the arse to try and pass people. It is very, very wide open, and I think it will be very, very start dependent, unfortunately. And it's a bit of a shit track for starts, because it's very deceivingly open. Like, people will just send the first 2 corners without shutting off when they really should do, because it does get a little bit tight. Like, you'll have someone jumping this at this sort of angle and wiping out everyone on the left-hand side. Oh, it's not ideal. Not ideal at all. Yeah, there's no traditional qualifying in terms of lap times. It is just qualifying races like GPs do, for example. Yeah, we'll see how today goes. If I don't make it through, I'll be like a bit disappointed in the moment. But it's like I've not properly sat and committed and tried to put the time in to give myself the best shot possible. What do I need to type in it? MXBON. No, the servers still aren't up. Servers were meant to be up over a minute ago. Unless I'm just missing something, unless it's called something different. I don't see anything about what the qualifying names are going to be called. Not missing anything here, am I? Two 30-minute plus 2 lap races, 5-minute break in between. Eroding collisions are on. Aerial rules apply. Okay. Yes, yeah, I'm gonna go to the real nations next week. How dare... I hate getting random PayPal notifications that Spotify have taken money out of my account. How dare you? Stop that. I mean, if I get an okay gate, I could just be an arsehole and just go balls to the wall and just all or nothing send it into that first corner. I suppose it is an all or nothing kind of day, isn't it? There's no point in trying to be, like, patient and just try and get, like, a consistent start. You just need to send it and get a good one. I don't know what side's better here. I don't know if to go inside here or outside. I do not know. Oh my god, I've almost tripled that. Here in Argentina. Lionel Messi, Messi. Encara Messi. Oh god. Yeah, thinking about it, it is such a one-line track. It's not in terms of how many lines they've built, because obviously there is always more than one line. But in terms of a line being drastically faster than the alternative lines, This is one of them tracks. Yeah, I haven't quite got the muscle memory yet for corners like that. I'm kind of like tiptoeing my way around. There's other riders. It'll be a full lineup. It'll be all the different 450 riders trying to qualify for their own countries in the same race with each other. Excuse me. I don't want stuff like that happening today. Okay. Nice. Oh, there's a notification. No, there was not a notification. Oh no, Chicken's online now. Okay, so I guess Chicken's probably setting up servers. Nice. The Discord server's invite only. It's just people that are competing that got put into the Discord server. Yes, the countries themselves do also have to qualify. I'm not going to do a very good job of explaining it, but how it will work is whoever this. So in my race, for example, let's say I am the one that manages to qualify and like for the Great Britain team. Once the race is done, it also then goes off of fastest lap time. So if I had the fastest lap time in the whole race, then Great Britain would qualify first. Whoever has the second fastest lap time, their nation will qualify second, so on and so forth, until you get to like until you get to 20. So I think it's like 20. It might be less than 20 because they are doing a B race on the day as well. But that shouldn't hopefully be an issue for like countries like Great Britain. There's a very high chance, to be fair, that someone like Cam gets the fastest lap in the race. So we should be good on that front. No, I don't think there's many people good on this track, Cam. It's just a weird one. Saying I don't like it because there's not a huge skill gap on it. I'm interested to see what sort of road they're going to run. But if I remember to the start of GP, second lap in a row that's happened. Love the front end on these OEMs. Yeah, if I try and remember back to the start of the GP season, I didn't have a great race. I can't remember what bike I was on because it definitely wasn't the KTM at that point. It might have even been like a Suzuki or something weird. Or Husky. I don't know. I was on a Suzuki. You'll wear Ford. That's right, I wear Ford the next round, Indonesia. I reckon, so since the announcement 5 days ago, when they decided to tell everyone what the tracks were going to be, I think I put a good 20 to 30 minutes or so on the tracks that I struggled with, so like France or Indonesia. Did I touch Argentina? No. So the universe, the stars are not aligning for me. Yeah, I saw Chicken's awake. I imagine he's probably just setting servers up now. Yeah, I'm used to how good the front end is on the Preview 3 bikes. So now hopping back onto these and feeling how tucky it is, it's quite hard to get used to. Is it going to be 3 laps in a row? No, that was actually okay that time. Track is just a bit straightforward, isn't it? I'm not a fan. Oh yeah. Love the collisions there. Thank you very much. Nice. Come on, boys. What's happening with these servers? It's late as it is. Servers will be up soon. That doesn't tell me a time. What's the right side like? Ooh. That's alright if you jump quite high onto that roller. But imagine once that gets eroded how bad of a kicker that's going to be. Cass, it doesn't fill me with much confidence you being back and saying that after all the controversy before with servers. As I imagine today would be a great day to do a similar thing again. But it's not on a wet track this time, so it should be okay. No, I know, not you personally, just acquaintances. Whoa, hold on dear buddy. Right. Still no server up. This is what I also don't like, is now we've been told a server. We've been told a track. The server was literally meant to go up 10 minutes max after the track was done. So now we've been on... Everyone's had the last 20 minutes now, basically, to sit here and practice this track. More of a mess than the RF side. I would say... So the actual, like, racing and finding the racing, etc., I would say is just as easy, because it's just one website like RF is. But it's the MX Bikes infrastructure that is pretty shit, unfortunately. It's like, I would love having servers as capable as Sim servers on this game. It would be great. But so, it's just little things like, what was it? You can fit like 150 people or something like that on one server on Sim and have spotters and all sorts and have all of the races done within one lobby. Where on this game, even 40 people is a bit of a stretch before servers start getting quite bad. And yeah, the amount of times that we have server crashes in qualifying and stuff and servers have to be reset is a massive pain in the arse. The solution to that, I generally don't know. I really don't know what the answer to that is, but yeah, Sim has a much better infrastructure. The actual hosting of it, I think the hosts that we have and the guys behind the scenes are like second to none. They do a really, really good job. It's just the tools that they've been given to do so is not ideal. Can fast, old man. Thank you very much. Servers will be up soon. You might be the man for the job, actually, Tony. Based on day-to-day life. I wouldn't call it a lawn as such. I just have a, let's call it a patch of grass out the back of my house where I live. And it's got some very, very thick, not roots, but like the base of some plants is just disgustingly thick. And I've got nowhere to store a lawnmower. Literally haven't got a garage or anything like that to store it in, nowhere in the house. So I have a little, a tiny little strimmer. And as you can imagine, go through a hell of a lot of wire on a strimmer trying to cut down these thicker plants. And it's raining so much, they grow back very, very quickly. Do you have any tips? Any tips indeed. Also don't ideally want to spend a fortune. Or is it one of them where it's like, you just have to spend that money to get the correct tool for the job? And I've never been able to just like completely get rid of them. I can only like cut them down so far because I don't want to go digging up the whole garden to get rid of them. Servers are up. Oh, go, go, go. Run! Look at those lap times, boys. Definitely did a lap without crashing. Definitely didn't crash every single time. MXBON. Oh god, what am I? I'm EU MXGP, I think. Yes. How big's the area? So you see this tiny little box room that I'm in? Maybe like two of that. The thing is, it's a rental property as well, so I don't want to spend all this like time and money and effort into doing that pretty nice if we then just move after a year anyway. And then it's like I've done all the work for the next owners. And when we got it, it's just, it was massively overgrown and horrible. Pardon me. It's mostly grass. It's not nice, not ideal. I say it's mostly grass with, I don't even know what you'd call it, because they're not like flowers or anything. They're just, and they're not like plants that someone has put there intentionally. So I guess they are. I guess it is weeds. But it's just these massive. Like I left it for like 2 months, and they got like up to maybe like my chest height when I stand up. They got quite thick roots to them. But obviously, I can only cut them down to the base. I haven't like fully pulled them out or anything, so they're just going to keep coming back for now. Thank you, Cass. Enjoy drive car. I've never heard of Roundup. Get some rabbits. I think, yeah, but to be fair, my missus would probably... Oh, has the server gone down, or is no one else riding? Are we getting DDoSed already? Got a lot of sinkers. I've got a lot of sitting in the pitters. I see bikes here. There's no chance everyone... Oh, there we go. Really? Nobody else left the pits? They're all just sitting and chilling in the pits. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, the shots that are being fired today. Just chill. I thought you'd all be excited to see me after so long. Just getting bullied. I live, let's just say, north UK. It's one of the things where if it's not just a quick and easy solution, I might just barely try and keep on top of it to make it semi-presentable, and then just let the next owners deal with it whenever we move on. Because I don't imagine we'll be here for years and years and years. Say, Mrs. Linda is already wanting to move somewhere else. Somewhere a bit greener, maybe. It's a bit too urban around here. It's very urban, but there's also basically nothing to do. Unless your favourite pastime is drinking. That's literally the extent of it. Do Norway have a chance of winning? Genuinely, yes, they do. Depends how much time and effort JB has put into the game recently. Because Steiner can win 250s on his day, Hakon can win 450s on his day. So yeah, it depends how JB does. I don't know what my best slap is around here. Genuinely don't. And I think that's a good thing, to be fair. Otherwise, I think I'd be sitting here trying to... Compete's not the right word, like trying to compare myself to everyone else's times, and it might stress me out. So I think I'm just going to go and play the game and see how it goes. I imagine they'll probably do this same format next year as well, if MX Bikes is still alive next year. So if you do want spots to try and represent your team, then you just need to finish inside the top 9 across all points. So GP points, AMA points, well, GP points, MX points, SX points combined. You just have to be in the top 9 in your country. I imagine we're probably quite strict on chemicals compared to other countries. What gearing do I run? That is actually a good question. First of all, do I have shift help off? I do. Lovely. The gearing I'm running is 1351, which is default. I didn't even know. Cool, and you're getting a 31 flat. Well, that sounds okay. I did have a... My ideal was a 29 in the lobby, or in the testing that I was just in. I didn't do a lap without crashing, to be fair. Oh, I forgot they had that horrible, like, commentator going over and over again saying, like, sugar booger. Hate it. Oh. I was not on the track. The MX Bikes of Nations Discord is invite only. It's only the people that are like part of the event that got invited to it by the admins. Oh, you know what has annoyed me a bit recently is there is a cat that lives a couple houses along from me who has recently started finding that its new favourite place to sit is on the hood of my car. Now, I don't clean my car every single week like a lot of people do, or some people might even do it more often than that. To be honest, usually when the weather's this shit, I barely clean the outside of it much at all, just because I know it's going to get dirty again the very next day. But as you can imagine, having like little claws and paws moving all of like the dust and dirt around on the hood of the car, you can imagine it's starting to get a fair few scratches on it. Absolute little shit that cat is. We'll open our front door and it will come running in to like try and say hello, and then you'll go and try and pet it and it will just run away from you. So it's like, what do you want? Do you want to be in the house and just not be near us? Like you don't get that privilege. You don't pay rent. Bugger off if you don't want to be spoken to. Yeah, this server, well, the server today might take a little bit longer than usual before the race will start, because we have to wait for all 3, but no, I think it's like 6 servers actually, all 3 or 6, however many there are servers, everyone to be in all of them before they start them. Hello, Carl. It's going well, thank you. Hope the same for you. Does this count as riding the track? It's riding the berm around the track. Yeah. It's not going to go well. Oh. Probably should have downloaded some other team's skins. I did not do that. Okay. I thought that might have been... That's a very, very similar shipping container to the one that I downloaded and switched up for my track. Thank you, Carlson. If you made the cut for your individual teams, you would have been messaged by the admins and put into the Discord server. Thank you, Yorick. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think a lot of time with my riding, it's not even a case of the riding itself improving, it's more the stamina and grip strength slowly coming back, so then being able to go as fast as I used to be able to go. Excuse me, sir. Trying to do my own thing, huh? Damn Frenchies. Think I win the race? I don't know. There's a high chance no. Buddy. Okay. The attention is crazy. Yeah, so the servers aren't up for 40 people, unfortunately. We stick to 35. Because for some reason there's a massive difference between having 35 people in a server and 40. Just like, you know, server stability-wise. I don't know why it makes that big of a difference. So my track, it will be out whenever it's done. I know that's a shit answer, but that's genuinely how it is. I wanted it to be the end of this month. It's not going to be the end of this month. There's still far too much to do, and I don't want to rush it at the same time. Whether it's going to be paid or not, that all depends on the final quality of it. I would like it to be, but I'm well aware that if it's not up to scratch, then I have no right in asking for it, people to pay for it. And I think a lot of that comes down to how the texturing looks when all is said and done. I generally couldn't tell you that answer, Tony, because I wouldn't know where the problem area was. I don't know what causes like the server crashes or instabilities. I imagine a lot of it is like, at first it's probably game infrastructure, because when like the stock tracks that come with the game, the majority of those tracks are limited. Like one of the tracks, for example, is limited to 16 people. Like there's only 16 gates on it. So I don't imagine they ever thought it would be as popular as it is. But they now kind of know how popular it is, especially since we've had like a LAN event and all sorts for it. But there still doesn't seem to be any sort of urgency of improving the infrastructure of the game. So I don't think it's ever going to get to Sims level of how the races are actually hosted. I would love us to be able to have all the races in the same server, and then we just run a very, very low road setting, but just let it build up over all the motos and all the classes. But it's just not the way. So yeah, now how we have to do it at the moment is 450s have their own server, 250s have their own server, and when basically if they stagger the motos, so they do 250, 450, 250, 450, then you have to sit there for like 40 minutes twiddling your thumbs, and you can't even really sit and watch the race from any perspective that you want. You have to go and try and find someone's live stream to watch it. And it sucks, but that is the game we're dealt, unfortunately. I mean, the only saving grace is... it's not even a good thing, really, because I would love for a better game to come along and then push it and then be better. Tracked AR is not quite there at the moment. Sim is the next best thing. All of the MESX games, shit. MX vs ATV games, shit, in my opinion. You're allowed to have other opinions, please don't hate me for that. So yeah, we're kind of stuck with that, but it could be worse. We could be stuck as console players and not have PCs, and then we'd be screwed. We wouldn't have sim or bikes. Oh, Carl. Ling is being made. And to be fair, if I wanted it, I probably could show you a work-in-progress version of it before the night is over, because it's being made by Callum. He's doing a big British series of tracks. Yeah, Ling is in the works. I would be very curious to know the difficulty involved in moving these sorts of games over from one engine to another. The race starts just as soon as everyone's in the servers. It might be a little bit slower today because there's 6 servers that need to fill up full of people. I did not hear about a new SX game, no. But I did see talks of a new MXGP game, and I've seen screenshots of said MXGP game, and it already doesn't look very good. Oh, do you ever have it? So I'm not even looking at my TV right now. I'm kind of like looking through it. I'm just fully zoned out. That is the issue with the race being later than usual. But I can't complain about time because, for example, like the Australians, they've had to wake up at 6:30 basically on a Sunday morning just to play MX bikes. So there's definitely time zones that are worse off than this. I mean, most of Europe is an hour later than me, so it's 10:30 for me right now. It's 11:30 for like France and I think Belgium and Spain, places like that. Greetings, comrade. Does my helmet doesn't say Wardy on the back? Who is part of the FXR thing and has the FXR? Is that the Great? Yeah, it is the Great Britain helmet. Why's it got Wardy on the back? I don't know. I didn't even think I had that downloaded. Oh, no I did. Yeah, 4:30 in the US, which is probably like prime time to be fair, isn't it? Unless people had things to do today. It's one of them. The event only happens once a year, and if you are like into it enough, I feel like you make the exception on this one day to kind of drop other stuff and play bikes. No, Reaper. I get PTSD when any time I hear those words. Sugar booger. Nyat. Oh god. I'm alive. Nyat. Nah, they won't be reinventing the game. I feel like that's typical marketing crap. I know that probably doesn't sound like the most optimistic of opinions, but how many times has the game just been consistently poo? Quality starts any minute now. We are in the server for it. There's only 19. Should there only be 19 people in it? Hang on. Oh, Chicken's messaged me. I didn't even see. He said, "How many sink in?" That was 3 minutes ago. 0. 19 people in. My bad, Chicken. I'm working late. 'Cause I'm a singer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. There should be 29 people in this server and there's 19. Oh, where's his typing? Ooh. Ooh. What's it going to be? Like espresso. How's Finn in this lobby? Pardon me. Yes, he is. I don't know why. I was expecting to see GER for Germany, and I forget that it's not Germany in German. Oh, it sounds like they've been having issues with people leaving and rejoining on different bikes, which disrupts the servers. Not ideal. Oh, here we go. Race time, boys. Right, 8.5 litres, fresh tyres, fresh bike, gate 4, not terrible. Let's see how it goes. We can only hope. Thank you, Tony. Nah, see, it is a quite American thing, I think, as well. They have such good lawn care over there. And obviously the dream would be able to turn whatever bit of grass I have into like a putting green, because I like my golf, but that's not going to happen here, unfortunately. Right, race time, boys. Let's get her done. I have not done a race start in about 3 weeks. And front end's gone. Oh, taking Cam with me. Jake's run through me. Oh, Cam survived. Yeah, not. So exactly like I said at the start of the race, people are going to go straight into turn 2.
I hope to be on the start with you here. See no evil monkey.
Thank you very much, Godis. Right, let me try and lock in, boys, because I've put myself in the worst possible position to now try and qualify. Don't you... Is that Jake? Someone from Great Britain. It was Jake. Nice. Good job, Jake. We are now last and second to last. So, yes, I think Cam might be winning this moto, boys. I am in dead last. Blood panicked so much, he turned around with oncoming traffic. One thing that I hadn't thought about is there is going to be people in this race you don't usually see in the races, because they might not be able to qualify, but if they're from countries that don't have that many people, it's such a hard track to try and pass on. So I have to, like, follow people through here now. Oh, my bum always tight. I did say, to be fair, I do just need to try and send it. I mean, Cam's probably already up. Oh, Cam's in second. Not ideal. Please go faster. So it is a 30 plus 2 to be fair, so we've still got time. This is scary. Oh, Jez, oh, Jez, oh, Jez. Oh. Oh, my game just started a little bit there. I think Jez might have rear-ended me, or I might have gone too slow. To be fair, I haven't got anyone else to blame other than myself for that first corner. I just turned a little bit too early and the front end caught the bank on the left side, so the front end just tucked instantly. But yeah, Cam is in the lead, so he's got a clear track. I've got to try and get past some slightly slower people on a fairly one-line track, which is not ideal. I think Finn's out in front at the moment, as always, just Finn things. Oh, don't touch the front. Oh, Jesus. That's scary how it goes like from right to left there. Okay. There is a god. The guy that crashed in the front of that caused that little issue, again, was purely because of what I said earlier about there being random sand traction. He was lent over enough for the soft soil, but then hit the random bit of sand that you can't see, and bike said no. Oh, I don't know who this is. Oh, you absolute fucking legend. Thank you so much. Shame, probably about to crash. I don't even want to say thank you for long enough to risk messing up. I have to look behind my microphone to see what gear I'm in. I don't seem to have gone very heavy with the erode, which is not good for me. I think it's the only thing that will cause people in front to make mistakes. why do you have to crash there? I was making up like the tiniest bit of time, that's all gone again. And then needs to chill out a tiny bit. Jesus. Yellow flag's getting my hopes up, thinking it might have been Cam making a mistake, but it's just another lapper. And there it goes. Ah! And out of everyone in this race as well, Finn's probably going to fuck it for me, because if I came second in this race it would be absolutely fine. Because then it would go down to Moto 2, but you know full well that Finn will get second. And there it goes, getting out. Fuck off. Fuck's sake. I really did ruin it for myself in the first corner. You never crash once either. It's always a crash and then you get out of a rhythm when you crash 2 or 3 times. I did say it wasn't a good race, a good track to do this race on. Just because of how disgustingly fast you have to go everywhere. Everyone's the same speed. Oh, you saw when I was in second that me and Cam's time just wasn't moving from each other because we're just going exactly the same speed as each other. The road isn't high enough either. We're barely getting anything. It is just, it's just hot lap after hot lap after hot lap. Steiner was right. Yes, it's Olympic scoring, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. Why? Oh my god. Finn's had exactly the same issue there. Why is there random sand on a turning roller? Oh god. Five and a half plus 2 to go. No. Oh, I don't know. I didn't get collisions on that. Holy. I don't know what good laps are around here, but I'm just popping off 29 after 29 after 29. Go on, Cam. Just one crash for me. One crash. Even the playing field. He's got quite a few lappers in front of him. That does also mean I'm about to have quite a few lappers in front of me. Got 3 lappers between myself and him, so he's cleared him okay. And it's done again. Damn. Honestly, boys, the fucking track is so fast. Going around that right-hander before where I just crashed, I couldn't tell you where I'm going. It is pure muscle memory. Out of the way, Polska. Why? Honestly, the fucking front end boys, I hate them so much. Give me back preview freeze. They were the best ones. Don't just go inside. Oh, you fucking... Get out of the way. You have a blue flag, you're being lapped, and you're sitting in the racing line. I've generally never seen your name in an online lobby until now. I do like making things difficult, don't I? God, off the track. It's probably going to be cuts. There's also one of my least favourite people to lap. Alright, last lap this time round. Honestly, if I finish in second, I can basically erase this first moto. It doesn't count, it just all comes down to the second one. And I think I've had to work my ass off just to try and give myself a shot, because I'm an idiot and can't take the first corner without a knife in the front end. Did not mean to do a whip that big. Back end just kicked out on me. I actually wouldn't have minded if I took Eurus out there. He just consistently proves time and time again why he is one of my least favourite people to lap. Still sat in front of me. Still sat in front of me. Get out of the fucking track, you dickhead. Honestly. I had enough of him in Jeep at AMA. Fed up of him now. I don't understand how you can be so oblivious to what's around you at all times. Like, you've had a blue flag for over half a lap. Honestly, I don't... I take pleasure in punting some people when I feel like it's deserved. That's just ridiculous. If he was in like a direct battle with another person from Russia for his position, I get it. There is nobody else from Russia around. There you go, boys. Goes down to Moto 2 now, I'm afraid. Maybe I won't be such an idiot on turn 1 in Moto 2. I think me, Cam and Finn are all almost identical speeds, so it's going to be a very, very interesting second race. It just depends who's going to crash the most. Hello, OT, you're up. Not having fun racing might become full-time media guy. I thought you was the photo guy, Jams. The Jams are now for photos. That's alright. We will take a second place. This reminds me of I think it was 3 years ago now, when it was just lap times then, just qualifying laps. So you put a session up, and it was whoever got the fastest lap out of your country made it. And I had the fastest lap time on Oz, made by JV. And then in the last couple of minutes, Owen Pitman. Sorry, Owen Hillman. Owen Pitman. What was it? It was Pitman. Doesn't play the game anymore, but he out-qualified me in the last couple of minutes. So it's like first and second place out of the entire server were both from the UK. I just happened to be the second best UK rider. And that's what Cam just said there, actually. We had the fastest 2 laps, apparently. Let's have a look. Yeah, literally a 10th off each other. Finn's not far behind either. So yeah, so close. And I said before that race started, it's going to come down to a start, because the track is so fast, you can't shut off anywhere. There's one rut that's a fast rut. You just kind of have to pray that people make mistakes. And it's really, really difficult to gain time. So you just have to get a good start and ride well. I'm very, very happy, at least, coming from literally dead last. We saw that I was dead last after I got together with Jake as well. Dead last to second. To give myself a shot. My fastest lap was on lap 13. That's crazy. The bit of the track that I don't like right now, because it's giving me issues every single time, this bit right here. This outside is far too slow, because you can't get like a nice double and then single. So you have to kind of hook inside, but this turns to sand halfway through, and so does this. So it's you turn in, landing off balance, the front end's turned slightly, you try not to tuck the front on that, and then you're landing on sand as well, and it's a recipe for disaster. I'm just praying I don't crash each lap. You need more limb streams? I know, I'm sorry, boys. I have been slacking a lot. I've just been so unmotivated to play bikes recently, and I don't know why. Oh yeah, to be fair, and then like Jam said as well, going back to 3 years ago when Owen outqualified me for the nation spot, he then said that his PC died during the race, which he didn't die. He went to go clubbing instead, so fucked everybody over. So that was great. And I don't actually think I've seen him play the game since that day 3 years ago. Let's see, has Eurus said anything after me respectfully removing him from the track? No. Ulmer, you're a hazard. Ulmer, you're a hazard. No issues there. But do you think that was harsh? Because I sat behind him for a good half a lap. Literally said that the second I got behind him as well, he's one of my least favourite people to lap. And then half a lap later, I accidentally dived up the inside of him, to which he then cut down and got back past, which is absolutely fine. He can do that because I messed up the corner. But then to still sit in front in the race line for the next 3 corners as well, after you know that I'm there on your cheeks, it's like, just move to the next rut. It's like a second slower. I can't pass you in it because it is a second slower, so I'd lose time anyway. Just lose a second, rather than losing the 5 of me moving you off the track. That is the biggest issue with this track. When I say it's one-lined, it's like if you look at this, you go, that's not one line, there's 2 lines there. The issue is, if it was me and Cam, for example, and we were side by side on this track here, there is maybe 1 out of 1,000 times, maybe if he messed the corner up, I could pass him on the inside here because the outside is that much quicker. So even though Eurus was slower than me, he was quicker than me going around the outside. So even if I went here, it wouldn't have mattered. So I had to go and move him out of the way. Same in this corner here. The inside is just disgustingly slow compared to the outside. So it gets a little bit annoying sometimes when we do complain about line choices on track. And then sometimes we get met with just change your line. And it's like, well, yes and no. It's a lot more, it's a lot harder than that. Is this mixed with B group? Yes, I believe it is. Yeah, it has to be, yeah. I don't know how many countries they take, to be fair. No, I have no issue with that repass, because I did not intend to go into that corner at that angle, obviously. So he would have lost a lot more time if he had to fully slam on the brakes in that situation. So I understand that. No issue with that repass, because I was messing things up. But yeah, to then stay in the race line when I'm on his cheeks for the next 3 corners is just like, you know what, I can only sit behind for so long. Because the issue that you have in that situation as well is if I stay behind him and be really, really patient, he could then make a mistake and crash and his bike take me out anyway. So it's another hindrance to me. We're going for race 2 already. Holy. Okay. My fingers are not uncramped yet. Not in this server, Skeepy. The US have their own servers to qualify on just to try and get the best ping possible for them. Right, race number 2. My eyes are so tired. Oh god, what's going on here next to me? I'm going to lower my microphone this time, so I haven't got to keep hearing over it to see my gears at the bottom right. I will try not to tug. It's so difficult, because I know that if I brake earlier than last time, someone to the left or to the right of me are going to hit me. Right. Did not tuck that time. Nice. Awful time to have an itchy nose, I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm just going to take my time through here. I'm not going to try tripling up this roller, just double, double, double. Rather lose half a second than crash. Nose itch. God, I didn't re-grip my left hand in the right place. Oh, it feels horrible. I don't know who's behind me. It might be Jez, to be fair. But technically we have a UK 1 and 2 right now as well, because it's British Virgin Islands. That is the UK B team in second. Oh, could you imagine if it was like, if the B team beat the A team, they get the A team spot? That would be sick. Oh. Now, Linda. None of that. Lock in. Yeah, Finland have a good team, to be fair. You got Kumpakasu and Yoku Simalainen. I don't know who the third rider is. Oh no. Oh! Track is brutal, to say the least. Track is very rough. I need to turn my max HUD off because I keep looking over at the scoring on the left trying to work out where people are, and it's just like, why? Just do your race. If they catch up and pass you, they deserve it. If they don't, you deserve it. And every time I do look over to the left, I always make just like a minute mistake. Like when I was at the end of the rollers, I looked left and then jumped too far or too deep into the next corner and missed the inside route. See? Didn't look left, didn't overjump it. Honestly, that bleach earlier today has done horrible things to my lungs. You know, after you've been swimming, if you've accidentally like swallowed some of the pool water and if obviously it's got chlorine in it and it makes your like lungs and throat go, I don't know, I don't think weak's the right word, but yeah, it doesn't feel nice right now. Ooh, okay, there are death holes appearing in turn 1. Need to pay attention to that. Don't know if I think I was probably better off braking harder and trying to go underneath them rather than trying to drift out wide. So if I drift wide, I'm just making the next corner harder for myself. See, I'm just not really pulling away from anybody. We're all basically going the same speed. Especially now the track's kind of going away as well and it's getting rougher and deeper and sketchier. We kind of all have to just chill out a bit and take our time. Nope, going around the outside of it will be better. Yeah, it's forming more on the left than the right. And the annoying thing is those holes don't appear for everyone in the server. I'm pretty sure they're client side rather than server side, so they could only be there for me. You never know. Coming in a bit tighter. Coming up to a lap already, are you joking? A lot of time you can be behind a lapper, they do nothing wrong, you know, they can even move out of the way for you, cause you zero issues, but because they're there, because they exist, they just take your attention away a little bit from what you're doing. And I've crashed so many times just by looking at a lapper, which is a skill issue on me. I'm just throwing it out there, if ever you do hear me moan about someone and they haven't done anything wrong, that's usually the reason. It's purely their existence, their presence on the track that's messed me up. Around the outside of it. Nice. Issue is it makes this corner a bit tighter now. God, he moved so early. Thank you very much, Mr. Sokol. Shout out to the Czech Republic. Of course, it's going to face me the wrong way. That is unnecessary time being lost there. Just a quick little front end tuck to get the rhythm gone. Do we notice how the bike also faced the wrong way, like it always does? God damn it. Ugh, that was slow. So yeah, hot it is in my room. My forehead's like glowing. I know there's a lot of forehead to glow, but goddamn, you'd be shiny. I guess I just tried turning too sharp last lap, so I will try not to turn quite as sharp on that bit of track now. Still trying to avoid those little death bumps on the inside. It's crazy how much slower the corner is once you remove like the race line from it, essentially. Like the prime apex in line. Trying to turn as little as possible over those bumps in the right-hander as well. Very sketchy indeed. Oh. Got out the rut a bit too early there, thought the front end was going to go. Might get a second of cuts. I did go off the track there for a bit. Yes, I did. God damn it. Oh, that's so harsh as well, man. That was nothing. Missed the rut again. Hammer's up into P2 now. Oh, there's another second of cuts. Damn it. I'm crashed. It's okay. Can't believe that gives you a second, man. I'm like a pube off the track. You're killing me, JV. I'd understand if I actually gained a second worth of time, but I don't think I gain any time. I think I lose it. Are we lapping Socko again? Huh. Fair enough. See the front end try and go there. Uh, 11.5 minutes plus 2 laps to go. This is a very long race. It's definitely different when you're in the driver's seat compared to when you're just trying to charge and catch up. I understand how the lap times are just getting quicker, the track's at his roughest. Ooh, front end. Behave yourself. That was nice. Landed on the back wheel in the right place there, so it just absorbed all the bumps rather than getting into them. He's made another mistake. Yeah, you're 100% right, Gio. There is a limit to how fast you can go around here right now, so it's just whoever crashes or makes the most little mistakes add up over the course of the race. Seven plus 2 to go. Came at a bit of a bad angle. Thank you, Tommy. was about to say, I don't want to concern anyone, but Cam is gaining 2 seconds a lap. He's still running 1 minute 30. He's this deep into Moto 2. But he just made another mistake. But to be fair, he actually has nothing to lose. It is just send or don't send. I'm just trying to survive at this point. Yeah, if the flag was to come out now, I'd get it, because a 2-1 beats a 1-2. Unfortunately, we've still got another 4 minutes plus 2 laps to go until that flag comes out. It's definitely a longer lead when you're in a longer race when you're in the lead, rather than when you're chasing. Ooh. That's actually quite nice, missing out the first 2 bumps there, like joining it a little bit later. I'm scared of doing it because I feel like if you're trying to turn in over bumps at the same time, it's just waiting for the front end to tuck. But I suppose if you do it smooth enough, like if you don't turn too sharp, it should be okay. I like how that rut, where I'm tripling out of that corner, at the start of Moto 1, triple was okay to do. End of Moto 1, it was too sketchy to go for, and now the rut's kind of come good again. So it's got a little bit of a kick to help you get up and over the third one. Two plus 2. Oh god, the bleach is making a comeback. Wear protection when bleaching your walls, people. Otherwise you inhale too much bleach fumes. Oh, I'm dripping with sweat. Look at that, that's disgusting. I definitely should have brought a fan in here before starting this. Just this PC. It's as good as a radiator. Don't pull away, don't pull away, don't pull away, don't pull away. Thank you. Bit of a squeaky bum time. Squeaky moment. Oh dear. Linda, what is you doing? So look, I've lost like 3.5 seconds this lap just to my average pace. Yeet. Fox isn't as high up as I expected him to be, and I didn't actually know he was Spanish until this event. I don't know where I thought he was from, but I did not know he was Spanish. I think that's what the IBZ stands for, isn't it? Isn't it like Ibiza or something? That also scared me. Hello, Simracer. Didn't get high enough up that for the speed that I was going. Took off too far to the left, need to be more on the right on the peaky bit of the jump. Ugh, there's a hole on the face of that. I thought it was a shadow, I didn't know it was actually a hole. Don't know where that's come from. At least I ain't got to try and lap Eurus anymore. There's a hole in the face of that jump as well, just kicked me really high. Track's getting quite beaten up. Right, should be 2 laps to go when I cross the line now. Slow and steady. Quite a few lappers in front, which is not good. Will they be nice lappers? Not when your team manager is on the same side, thank you, PP. You made me a little bit nervous there, not going to lie. That'd be a way to go, wouldn't it? That'd be a way to lose it. Your team owner accidentally taking you out. Alright, last lap. 11-second lead. It was down to about 7.5, but he was going a disgusting pace. Like, genuinely, if he... Obviously the race isn't done yet. If he catches up and overtakes me with how I'm riding right now, no issues with that at all. 100% the better man on the day. His pace is quite disgusting. I don't feel comfortable going any faster than I am right now. I feel like it's a front-end tuck waiting to happen. Just trying to bring it on home. Oh my goodness. It's like a whoop section around that corner, it's disgusting. I don't think... So out of both motos, I have not changed line intentionally. Once. One singular time. It has been the same route every single lap. Not ideal. And whilst the track is getting rough and a bit triangular in places, the one fast line is still faster, even though we're having to hit it slower because of the road. Well, boys, if you was to ask me on... Jesus Christ, the sweat's disgusting. If you was to ask me halfway through lap 1 of Moto 1 if I was going to get that done, I would say 100% no. But goddamn, that was hella stressful. Look at the sweat. What's the temp? Oh, I don't even know what the temperature is in here. I've not got the fan duty. What tells me? Can't do anything about it. But there you go, boys. We managed to do it. I haven't got tabs on the other classes, so I don't know who I'm going to be. Don't know who I'm going to be racing with. But yeah, I'll be in the MX1 class. I want to see Cam's lap times because that was disgusting. He was going so fast. His fastest was only like half a second quicker, but analysis-wise, he must have been running like 30s so deep. Yeah, that's gross. Yeah, like 30, 30, crash, 30, crash, 31, 30, 33, 30, 31. That was really, really quick. Sam is from Scotland, Docks. That's okay. Scotland is in Great Britain. So he can compete for Great Britain if he needs to. Pardon me. Yeah, thank you very much, boys. I appreciate that. So yeah, so the Nations event is not next week because they're letting us have a week off to deal with real life Nations, which I'm going to, which should be quite a fun weekend. So the actual Nations, I'll give you the exact date, actually. Let me have a look. The exact date that we're going to be racing is on Doesn't even tell me here. Where are we looking? I don't know. Let me bring up my calendar down here. It is actually on. It's not on the 5th. It is on the 12th. Saturday, the 12th of October. So I should probably do like a midweek stream or something like that before the actual event to get some practice in. But yeah, overall, good stuff. I'm more happy with the first race than the second, because the first one just got me back into a position to where I could try and do it. No, same back to you, Cam. I was saying during that race, like I could see you was gaining multiple seconds a lap, and I was like, if you caught up and passed me, I've got no issues with that. That pace was disgusting. But yeah, it just came down to starts, unfortunately. And I thought that would be the case when this track was the one that got picked, which kind of sucks. So I am going to go to bed because it is coming up to midnight. It's 6 minutes till midnight. I am going to get myself a fizzy drink, probably of the Pepsi Max Cherry variety. And is it Saturday or Sunday today? Saturday. I'm going to have a nice lay in till tomorrow. So thank you everybody for watching as always. I don't know, I haven't got numbers on the streams and stuff, so I didn't see anything like that. To everybody sending like the super chats and donations for all the racing began, thank you so much. Like it was Frizzy, wasn't it, that gifted the members at the start as well. Thank you. Big W's all around. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend, boys, and I will see you when I see you, whenever that might be. So good night, everybody.